Now comes marginal cost as the comparative firm supply curve. This section of the firm's marginal cost curve is also the firm's supply curve. The portion which is above minimum point of average total cost curve is known as supply curve of a firm in a perfectly competitive market. As we compared this portion of marginal cost with marginal revenue, if marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost, that means that Q increases, and if the marginal cost is greater than marginal revenue, then that means Q decreases here. So this point is positively sloped, and this determines the supply of the product in a market. So we can say that the portion which is above than the minimum point of average total cost curve at point A, here is the point A, and the portion above it is known as firm's supply curve, and this red line is known as supply curve. Now here we are going to explain the possibilities of the firm in short run and in long run in perfectly comparative market. As we know that there are two time periods, that is short run and long run, and firm has to face certain possibilities in both short run and long run. As far as short run is concerned, there are four possibilities. First one is that some firms will be earning abnormal profit in short run under perfectly competitive market. Second possibility is some firms may earn normal profit in short run under perfectly competitive markets. Third, a possibility is some firms may face loss in short run under perfectly competitive market. And the last one is that firms may shut down their business when they are not getting the variable where they are not getting even the variable cost for their businesses. So these are the four possibilities in short run under the perfectly competitive market, and these possibilities are again, some firms are earning abnormal profit, some are earning normal profit, some are bearing loss, and some are shutting down and leaving the business. With the help of this figure, we are going to explain these possibilities. So looking at this figure, a firm is earning a profit in short run under a perfectly competitive market. There are cost curves and revenue curve in order to explain the profit of the firm. Quantity is measured on x-axis, and revenue and costs are measured on y-axis. As we know that price, marginal revenue and average revenue curve is same in perfectly competitive market, and it is the horizontal line, this one, where price is equals to marginal revenue and average revenue. There is average total cost and average variable cost as well. There is average total cost, and this one is average variable cost, and they are U-shaped curves. Average total cost curve is above average variable cost curve. Now you can look here, average total cost curve is above the average variable cost curve because average total cost has two components, average variable cost and average fixed cost. If average fixed cost and average variable costs are added up, then we get average total cost. So average total cost is bigger than average variable cost, and it is always above average variable cost curve, as it is evident from here as well that average total cost curve is above average variable cost curve. The golden rule of profit maximization is where marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost. This one is marginal revenue line and this one is marginal cost curve. So according to the golden rule, the profit maximization is where MR is equals to MC. So we draw MC curve in such a way that marginal cost curve while rising should intersect average total cost curve at its minimum. You can say this point, as this is the efficient scale point for the firm, and marginal cost is also intersecting marginal revenue curve at point A. Here, this is the point where marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost, and this is known as profit maximizing point. So we can say that firm is going to maximize its profit when marginal cost is equals to marginal revenue at point A. Now the question is, how can we determine the profit? So profit is equals to total revenue minus total cost. We need to find total revenue and total cost first. As you know that total revenue is equals to price multiplied by quantity. You have to start from profit maximizing point, that is point A. So if we say that how much is quantity produced and supplied in the market is OQ, this portion OQ, and the price is OP, as total revenue is equals to price into quantity. So if we multiply OQ and OP, this will become total revenue of the firm, and this rectangle OQAP is the total revenue of the firm. Now coming below point A, this line intersects average total cost curve at point M here, and on y-axis at point N. Total cost of the firm is, total cost is equals to OQMN, and it is the area, that is OQMN is the total cost. We have two rectangles. One rectangle is for total revenue, that is OQAP, and other one is for total cost, that is OQMN. So rectangle for total revenue is bigger than the total cost. So the difference between total revenue and total cost, which is greater portion here, it is the profit of the firm. So this is the point where marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost. So the profit here is MN. So the profit is, you can say that APNM, this one, APNM, this is the profit. And this was the first possibility under perfectly competitive market, and we have shown that some firms in perfectly competitive markets can earn profit. Now there comes a numerical example where price is given, that is $10, and cost function is also given, that is 5 plus Q square. And we have to find out optimal price, output, and profit of the firm. As we know that profit is equals to total revenue minus total cost, and total revenue is equals to price into quantity. So price is given, we need to find the quantity, as price is $10 and we have to find quantity. For that purpose, we need to set the condition of profit maximization, that is marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost, and in perfectly competitive market, price is equals to marginal revenue, that is $10. So for marginal cost, it is equal to change in total cost divided by change in quantity. So here marginal cost is equals to 2Q. You can see from here this one, as marginal revenue is equals to price, and price is already given to us, that is $10. So we can find marginal cost from here, that is change in total cost divided by a change in quantity. So we get here 2Q. So price is equals to 2Q is equals to 10, and here this one 10 is equals to 2Q. So we can find Q here, that is 10 divided by 2 is equals to 5 units. So we can say that here Q is 5 units. Total revenue is again P into Q, that is 5 into 10, that means 50. And total for total cost there is, if we substitute the value of Q in this equation, that is 5 plus Q square. So we get here that 5 plus, and here the value of Q is 5, that means 5 square here. So 5 square means 25. So here you can say that 5 plus 25 is equals to 30. So we can say that the total cost is 30 here. By calculating profit, that is total revenue minus total cost, we get 50 minus 30, and the profit here is $20. There is another possibility where we explain the loss of firm in perfectly comparative market with the help of diagram. Here quantity is measured on x-axis and revenue on y-axis. We have marginal revenue and price and demand curve, which is horizontal. This line, this one, that is price is equals to demand, that is equals to marginal revenue, this horizontal line. Now in order to show the loss, average total cost curve should be above the revenue curve. Now look here, this one is average total cost curve and this one is average variable cost curve. So in order to show the loss here, average total cost curve should be above the revenue curve, this one. This is average total cost curve and this is the revenue curve. So average total curve is above the revenue curve and average variable cost curve is below the revenue curve. There you can see this one is average variable cost curve, which is below the revenue curve. So for profit maximization, we need to draw marginal cost curve because we know that profit of a firm is maximum where marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost. So we have drawn here the marginal cost curve, which at point E is equals to MR. That means here there is a profit, that the profit is maximized here for any firm where marginal cost is equals to marginal revenue. So marginal cost curve is intersecting profit at point E, this point, where marginal revenue is equals to marginal cost. We are like, if we move above point E, marginal curve intersects average total cost curve at point T. Above point E, if we look there, marginal cost curve intersects average total cost curve at point T. As we know that total revenue is equals to price into quantity, here price is equals to OP and quantity is equals to OQ. So total revenue here is OQ EP. So this rectangle is total revenue of any of the firm and total cost is OQ TR. So here the rectangle of total cost is greater than the rectangle of total revenue. Now here the rectangle of total cost is OQTR, which is greater than total revenue, that is OQEP. So the difference of total cost and total revenue is the loss of the firm. As you can see here that total cost is OQTR and total revenue is OQEP. So here the rectangle of total cost is greater than rectangle of total revenue. So here the loss which the firm is facing is OQEP. So you can say that the difference between OQTR and OQEP is the loss of the firm. That is ETRP. This one is the loss. This portion is depicting here the loss of the firm. Here TC is greater than total revenue. That TC means total cost. And at here total cost is greater than total revenue, so firm is bearing loss. This is another possibility where some of the firms are facing loss. Here the question is, if firms are facing loss, then why are they still in business? And the answer is, you can say that since they are covering variable cost that is below the revenue curve, this curve is showing average variable cost curve, which is below the revenue curve. That means that firm's variable cost is covered and its fixed cost is not covered. So they would like to stay in business because this loss is in short run, and they expect that there is possibility in long run that if some of the firms are facing loss, and they will exit, and then these firms start earning profit as well in long run. Okay, now we have learned two possibilities here. First one is some of the firms are earning profit in short run. When firm is earning profit, so new firms enter the industry. It's the case that whenever some of the firms are earning profit in the short run, by seeing this profit, some more firms are going to enter the industry, so they also earn profit there. Here the existing profit is divided into new firms as well and the existing firms. So overall profit decreases here, and the firms start earning normal profit now. And here we have also discussed the second possibility about loss, that is firms are facing loss in short run. You can say that when there is loss, so some of the firms start leaving the industry and existing firms start earning normal profit. So here the question arises that what is normal profit? So now here there is a question that what is a normal profit, and the answer which I'm going to explain here is with the help of this graph, where a Q, that is quantity, is measured on x-axis and revenue is measured on y-axis, and there is a horizontal line that shows price, and that is equal to marginal revenue. Here P is equals to MR, that means price is equals to MR, and MR is marginal revenue. As the firms are earning normal profit, so you need to draw average total cost curve here in that way, where minimum point of average total cost will be intersecting marginal revenue, and at the same point marginal cost curve is also intersecting at point E. So here is the point. I am repeating this phenomena again. as the firms are earning normal profit, so uh, average total curve is drawn in such a way that where minimum point of average total cost curve will be intersecting marginal revenue curve here, this point, as the average total cost curve is this line and the marginal revenue is here, so it should be drawn in such a way that its minimum point should be intersecting at point E where there is marginal revenue, and at the same point marginal cost curve should be drawn where it is intersecting the marginal revenue and average total cost curve at point E. So you can say that why we need marginal cost, because so here the question is why there is need to draw a marginal cost curve here. So the answer is because of profit maximization condition, that is marginal cost is equals to marginal revenue, that is condition for profit maximization in perfectly competitive markets, as we have studied this condition in previous slides as well. So for profit maximization, marginal cost curve should be drawn in order to fulfill the profit maximization condition, that is marginal cost is equals to marginal revenue. At point E, profit of firm is maximum. So this is the point where the profit of the firm is maximum here at point E. So here we are going to find out total revenue and total cost. So here the total revenue is O, Q, E, P. This rectangle is depicting total revenue, that is point O, Q, E and P. And here the total cost is again O, Q, E, P. So here total revenue is equals to total cost. Since total revenue is equals to total cost, so the firm will be earning normal profit here. And you can say that whenever total revenue becomes equal to total cost, you can say that the firm will be earning normal profit at this point.